can't explain why that weed is illegal, yet alcohol is still being taken.
It's illegal because they are not making any money from it.
Or they haven't learned how to make money from it. You understand? Or they are still copying their colonizers. You know, they're still copying those laws. We haven't adapted to what is working for us. So when you're looking at it like that, what's wrong with being a con man? Why are we demonizing this con man when even our own president is a con man?
You know, police are funny. Kuna mtu aliniambia polisi si rafiki ya mtu. Police, even if he's your boy,
bro,
akiona hezi make do kwako anatuma mabeste wake. That happens a lot.
Bro, let me tell you. Kuna time mtu wangu alishaishikwa kwa sababu nilichelewa. I was late in payment. Now I hadn't called.
Didn't pay the toll.
Bro. And you know these people, they have no time at you can explain at you know right now I don't have, give me time. What do you mean give you time?
It's called protection.
Bro, hii ni sahi. Now I'll give you time for as long as, in fact, I'll come pick your things and your person. When you get that money, you come for your people. You know, but till then, there's no time I'm giving you. But those people don't, you ndugu hakuna, hii ni hapa na hapa, it's business here and here.
Yeah.
You know? So it's us who are getting sucked in this narrative we are being told. Atifuata sheria. Sheria gani tufuate? Ebu tell me where it's applicable. Mali mtu anafuata sheria.
You know, I was looking at this maandamano. Today people have died. The people who are killed, quite a number of people. And then the government is there. It's like, this guy is causing people to die. I'm like, nigga. These people don't have guns. It's the police who have guns. It's the government. And these people died of gunshot wounds. The only thing the raia did is to vandalize goods. Wamevunja vitu. Hiyo hata ukisema calculate hiyo yote mtupatie bill.
Mupatie nani? But solipe uone kama hapo.
There's an argument I'm raising. Mtupatie bill ya vandalized goods tunaweza lipa. We can replace those goods. And then gava iambiwe sisi tumelipa the damage we caused. You guys, since you guys killed people, how do you plan to pay back those lives? You can't pay back a life. How? You can't create new life. You can't raise these people from the dead.
But it doesn't work like that, Soli.
How does it work?
Now, in your case, this is how it would work. Raila agree, agree na the policeman na whoever is to agree with that tunaenda maandamano and my people are going to cause havoc. Once we are done, you bring me the bill.
Bring me the bill.
Yeah. So, meaning in this case, tuache to cause havoc. Yes, just let us cause havoc. That is a behind the scene conversation.
Yes.
So in the sense that watu wakienda ku cause havoc, kuna hiyo party and hiyo bill. Now, in this other case where these policemen have killed people, when you're going to vandalize and you know these policemen are there, what are you expecting, bro? These people have been sent there to shoot, to kill. In fact, kuna some of these departments in zikiangushwa kama fanya fujo uone, FFU, GSU. Asa wakiangushwa unadhani wameangushwa hapo kufanya nini? Kukuja kuongelesha or to stop you. Bro, GSU
wapatia gadovona.
GSU first thing inakuwa ni immobilize. Bro, immobilize a motherfucker. When that guy is aiming at you with a rubber bullet, he's aiming at the joints. When that guy is hitting you, he's hitting the joints. First things first, immobilize that guy. If imezidi, maliza. So these people are doing their job. Hamkuna mali me discuss now at, hey, you know what, we are going to vandalize this place and then we will pay for the bill. No, we don't do that. We always go and vandalize and then people get lost. Then unapata watu wengi now in Kenya, as much as tuko into biz, kumbuka conmanship ni mob, na upuni ni mingi, we take insurance for granted, especially now for us. Tuko si lazima ni insure my small business or something, you know. Now when you insure businesses zao ni watu wa big. So when your place is vandalized, you go to insurance. Stop making it a big deal, bro. This thing was to happen. Unajua? So kwa hao wenye wanaenda kwa affected ni hao wenye hawajachukua ma insurances. Na hao wenye hawajachukua ma insurances, they're not protected that much.
Anyway,
Big companies are protected.
What I'm saying is that you cannot equate human life to property.
Bro, if you know that, why the fuck are you going to fuck around? So you know you're not about to equate human life and vandalism. Why the fuck are you going to fuck around? These people have been dropped there to fucking shoot whoever comes there.
Yeah, I mean, but if you look at a place like Kisumu where the police did not engage, they had peaceful protests. Watu wakatembea, wakafika city center mahali walikuwa wanafika, and they dispersed. They didn't vandalize anything.
Sasa huko kuna mtu alikufa?
Hakuna mtu alikufa.
You see, simple. They didn't fuck around. They didn't find out. Now we are talking about mali watu walikufa. Walifanya nini?
See, the police are the ones who are wanachokoza watu.
Wanakuchokoza ukavandalize.
Wanachokoza watu. Ni kama nyuki bwana. Ukichokoza
nyuki. Are you telling me policemen wanakuja wanakuchokoza ukavandalize place?
Si wende ukaharvest nyuki hive. Nyuki ziko sawa tu zinafanya vitu zao.
Hapana, but solely look
as ukichokoza sasa nyuki inakuwa chaos.
Let's take for instance tuende kwa ile yenye wale watu walienda kwa wakaiba makondoo and all that. Yeah?
Zingine zinakuwa orchestrated.
Sasa kitu kama hiyo, huyo policeman walifanya nini hapo?
There's always an element of covert. Hata ile time ya Trump huko States. Unajua wewe umecall peaceful nini? But then kuna watu hapo wamelipwa cause nini? And the sad thing with any mob action is that the IQ of everyone is reduced to the IQ of the person with the least IQ. Once your mob nini imeingia watu, hiyo kitu.
But that's what a mob is. Unajua
things happen.
That's what a mob is. So ndio maana nilikuwa nakwambia venye tukianza show, I was telling you, let's just break it into every small detail. Whatever we've been told, whatever we've been taught. Tuangalie legality na illegality. Hadi nikakwambia before tu ni interrupt, nikikwambia tell me where legality applies and where illegality applies. Bro, where legality applies is poverty.
I will explain you.
When you're doing things legally, bro, it's only poverty that is facing you, bro.
Or when you're doing things legally?
Legally.
If you're poor, then you're in problems.
Bro, no, as in, if you're poor, it's because you're just trying to be legal. You're really trying so much to be legal. You'll always be poor, man.
I don't know if it's about being legal, lakini.
Bro, let me tell you, it's about being. For as long as you are poor.
Unless you have no talent. There are people who are just talented.
Sasa, put na talent, yeah? If you put talent na some loopholes in the system, that's how you can maneuver and become a big talent. Sindio? Kuna wale wenye ni talent but inaishia tu hapa.
Talent ya kuiba.
Hata take any talent. Chukua hata kama, let's take sports. Bro, if you don't find a way to maneuver within the system. Ronaldo, kuna time hata Messi, kuna time walikuwa na issue na ni tax evasion. Paka unakaa hivi kwa like na hizo do zote mnapata ni aje unafanya hivi. Unaona, but they found a way and they sorted that shit out. So meaning bado kuna hata kwa hiyo talent kuna places lazima utacheza na big boys. And it's not illegal, it is just finding loopholes. Ni ile tu sasa to a simple mind it will come out as illegal. Unaona, because now you're doing things by the book. You're not doing things by adapting to how your shit is, how your jobo is na kila kitu.
Kuna time moja nimekaa chini na karau fulani na tulikuwa tunaongea na the guy was talking shit about his boss, yani was really alikuwa amedharau boss yake sana. So nikamuuliza maswali, what's up yani? So the guy akasema I knew this nigga, yani hata mimi ndio nimemfundisha job. Nimefundisha huyo boy job, nimemfundisha kazi. Tumekaa chini. Siku moja akaniambia, niko na shamba nyumbani, nitaenda niuze hiyo shamba. Na hiyo pesa nitapata, nitakuja nigawie mkubwa ndio nipate promotion. And the guy did that. And the guy got a promotion. So this guy now is his boss.
Mwenye alifundisha kazi.
Huyo jamaa alikuwa na machungu. Hata huyo jamaa alifundisha job nini. But the guy had a plan. Yeye alisema, mimi nimesoma hii system. Nimeona you have to pay to move on. So yeye akaenda akauza shamba, akakuja akanini na akapewa promotion.
Now is that legal?
It's not legal, but
it's not illegal either.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It is what it is. There's nothing you can do. And it's not only him. There are so many people. Even a lot of these appointments, what we want to happen, there are people who buy those appointments.
Bro, hata look at hata venye sisi tuli. Mimi nakumbuka in our time we were being told stories za tamaking. Buda Brighter Monday. Hiyo mtaa imenijua hapo ili vizuri sana. Kaka kuna
Ulikuwa customer. Yani you don't look like a Brighter Monday.
Bro, let me tell you, and you know, for me,
wajua mayangi nitawaji Brighter Monday.
Bana, me, I was a Brighter Monday guy, and then I was a Brighter Monday in a time when my dad was in a good place. So me, never used to understand that shit. So sometimes I'd be telling him, hey, that this, you just talk to someone and get me that job. And he's like, Kwani, you, how entitled are you? How spoiled are you? You go tarmac like the rest. I've taken you to school. So you've been in. And I'd sit there sometimes and look at this guy. And I'm like, should I tarmac? Just because you tarmacked? Should I work hard because you worked hard? Do you know how annoying that shit is? So why the fuck did you work hard? You understand? So, hiyo time nakumbuka ilikuwa tunaekwa every day you have to send 20 CVs. Every day solely.
Hiyo ndio inaitwa tarmacking, boss.
Every day I was sending 20 CVs. Na hii time nitatoka niende nika hang out na wabishe zangu, so kuna base nyingine ya huko Karen, kuna base nyingine ya Kenya. So huko ndo tunaenda tu chill, unajua tu zile ma home pub. So tunaenda tuna chill, unapata na mabishe zako, buda mjamaa sijui ako jobo wapi. By the my dad hooked me up with another company, you happy huko. Oh my. Wewe ndo unakaa hapo unaangalia, how do I have a backward person who's still putting me on tarmacking, and the people I'm with are moving on, bro. These people are being connected. Unaona, then mimi tunataka kuja kuiweka hii connection ni mbaya.
Yaani buyu yako angekuweka mahali pazuri.
Bana, brad, this guy, there was a time he sent me to some guy. So mimi nimeenda na kana mjana ananiambia, haya umekuja na CV, naambia yes, leta. Ndio hii, enda kaanze kazi. Namuuliza kazi gani? Ati enda utaambiwa. Nikatoka niko like, maybe ujui unaongelesha nani. Nikarudi naambia mjama, cheki. Mimi ninaitwa hivi na nimetumwa huku na mimi nimesomea hii. So me I was coming specifically for this certain job. You know, and here nataka hadi kumpatia ma credentials zangu because I was so sure about the job. That guy looked at me akaniambia, kijana, I've talked with your dad and just go get a job you're being given. So it's like my dad also kind of told him, oh, you know, don't pamper him or Bana, bro, for 3 months, was it 3? No, let me say 6 months. 6 months, bro, I did an engineering job, bro, man.
Unafanya hiyo job kwani?
I used to hate that shit. Unajua sasa hiyo ndo shida. As in every day I'd be in a shit I don't even understand.
Alafu ma-engineer wewe ni mtu wa mkono. Asikuulize kitu yote technical.
Sasa unaona, sasa hiyo technicality hata si ati utaulizwa sana, because when unawaka na watu wa mjengo, watu wenye tayari wanajua, all you need is communication skills. You know, and then in 2 weeks you already know how to maneuver through some things in engineer in the specific thing you're doing. Kama unaifanya daily, unaona. So me, what was helping me was just communication. I was good with people. Buda nilikuwa nimepatiwa sites ni run. ungenipata pale na apron bro na kofia the plastic nini.
Mbona uliwacha kazi bwana?
It was bro, hakuna kitu I was helping, and then I wasn't even growing myself. Unajua ile
Kwanza bwana, you have to pay your dues kwanza huko chini.
Which sijakataa. But it will reach a time naweza amka soli and I'm feeling dead. And I mean dead ile there's nothing I'm chiming in this company. Bana, I'd sit with some of my napanga, hey, I'm doing this certificate course for what and what I'm doing. Na mimi ukiniuliza si ufanye niko, I really don't want to do that shit, bro. I don't want to do that shit, literally. So why the fuck, as in I'm feeling like you guys are growing, but me, I'm just here. So itafika time ikae, I was hooked up to this job. And then there was that. So kuna times hadi, so I never used to tell people what I studied. I'd just flow with that. So anyway, so ilikuwa inafika ilifika point sasa uongo haingeendelea. Una get juu kuna vitu zingine wangekuwa wana discuss na sijui, mpaka kuna time mpaka wananiuliza kwani wewe ulipita aje? Unajua, then tukiendelea kuongea, then kidogo wanasikia jina yangu ya pili, then ungeanza kuona
wanaona
like huyu amewekwa. So it would piss me off. I'm like, bana, me I can stand my own. Hii naye nimewekwa kitu sitaki. Bro, in 6 months I had to quit. And bro, I quit, and I remember my dad was like, hey, you know what, now that we quit, wewe sasa you're on your own. Nikamwambia sawa. As in, I'd rather now just go deal with my own rather than follow this thing. Hii ni 6 months down the line. I haven't even practiced whatever me I feel I'm good at. Bro, ndio nakwambia ilifika point I couldn't care more than that. You understand? Si ati pia ati nilikubali tu ati nijitoe. Ilifika tu point I couldn't. Because now I was supposed to go for a certificate course. Because kuna ilikuwa nipelekwa kwa branch nyingine. Now see, I was telling I was good with communication. So hadi kwa hiyo group yetu niliekwa ka leader. Na hii nimekuwa leader ya engineer, so you have to understand wakianza kuuliza hizi maswali, it's now becoming very awkward. So now I was to be taken to another branch to see through another branch. Na just Taisahau ni Narok. There was a site that ilikuwa inaanzishwa hapa Narok. So I had to go take a 3 months course. Then from hapo niende. Imagine, so mimi hapo naangalia naenda kufanya nini? Kwanza huko nitaulizwa sat zangu za engineering. Kutoka wapi? You understand? So I got so each time I was in a lot of anger with my mzae. I'm like, manze, you keep on pushing holes, you tarmac. Why the fuck should I tarmac? And you're in a position to put me in a
position. Kwa nini angeenda kutafutia sasa place ingine yenye iko in line with
whatever, even the place I had gone.
Because hata mimi nimeona the smart people in Gava hawaandikangi watu wao mali wanafanyia job. Unaenda unasikizana na mtu mwingine, unamwambia sikiza, we kuna mtu nataka unichukulie na mimi nitakuchukulia mtu. So angefanya hivyo, angekusukuma place ingine yenye iko in line with what you do.
Bro, ni man alikuwa zile za, and then kuna ile ufala Luo parents are about studying.
Nataka kuwa engineer.
To them it's just about studying. Wewe soma. I can't help you. I've already taken you to school. I can't help you past that. Unaona? So mimi hata nikitoka nikamwambia, hey, you talk with another person. I go like, no, the problem with you young people nowadays, you want things easy. You want to be fed. You want to be spoon fed. For some of us, we had to work hard. Then we were picked from campuses. Now I'm like, your time, what do you mean? Even if you were not picked, anyone in your generation who went to school and had papers got a job. Anyone in your generation.
By they don't understand. Na hiyo ndio shida iko na baby boomers. Wako na hiyo shida. They don't understand the reality of the world as it is today.
They want to take you to their time. They're standardizing the world today with their time.
Wana assume uta apply job tu na uget tu hivyo bila mtu kusukumia.
Hata advices hizo times ilikuwa you just make sure you graduate. You just make sure you graduate. Now, this is someone telling you just make sure you graduate. You think maybe they have something planned for you, you know. Like, just graduate and then I hit you with this. Like, I remember in high school, we had this Walalos. Manze, that guy wasn't a good performer, but he kept on telling us, I just want to pass my KCSE. No, that's what my dad wants. I pass my KCSE. So then I didn't understand why he's being told that. So by the time we finished KCSE, now we're in campus, kila mtu anaringa na kosa anafanya. Saa hizo bana nimeingia medicine. I'm bragging with that shit. This guy, his dad had a transport company.
Yes.
Tractors za kunini sand ama whatever tu vitu za mjengo.
Earth movers.
Earth movers. Yeah. So tukiwa kampo, this guy tells us he's working in his father's company. He's the one now who's managing the branch that he had opened in Meru.
Yeah.
Hiyo time sisi tuko kampo, we are feeling sisi tuko mbele. Muko second year, this guy has a ride. His own ride. Yani hadi ukipatana na yeye, this guy is loaded. This guy
pesa si shida. Mimi unaumia bwana.
Sisi tuko shule bado tunacheza bado na poke. This guy is managing and the branch is doing good. You know, so uko like maybe hiyo time ndo nikajiambia maybe the dad was insisting amalize tu form 4 so that ampatie kitu ya kufanya.
Si ndio?
Unaona?
Anaweza andika na kusoma na kuhesabu pesa.
Unaona? But for us unaambiwa tu graduate ndio uende ukatamak. Imagine, yani your mzae is like you graduate so that you can go and tamak.
So kuna hiyo challenge imekuwa the end goal ya hizi vitu zote si ati graduate upate makaratasi, ni at the end of it you're able to make money.
Yes, that's how it's supposed to be.
So mi ile kitu ninaona sana especially na our parents ni hiyo guidance haiko. Unajua kuna ile kama budafa angekaa chini akwambie this is the game plan. Unaanzia hapa, ukitoka hapa tunataka kusukuma hapa ndio ucrossover sasa uende huku kwingine hivi na ukichukua hii path eventually unaweza kuwa mdosi hiyo level. Unaona? Kuna mtu anakuambia sasa ndio inaitangwa career planning because unajua wewe ukiwa huko chini huwezi ona hiyo njia. Ni kama mtu yuko kwa mlima na mtu yuko huko chini. Mtu yuko juu kwa mlima anaweza kuambia ndio ufike hapa naona mali huko kuja hivi. Hapo kuna kitrench hapo, kwa hivyo usiende hiyo pande, kuja hii pande nyingine hivi ndio utafika. Unaona? Sasa hiyo ndio wazazi wetu wako nayo. Unaona, mtu yuko na job, yuko senior, anaweza angalia hivi chini aone you need to start here and these are the moves you need to make ndio ufike hapa. Unajua mtu akikukalisha chini tu akwambie hii ndio game plan, some of these things hauta like but ukivumilia itadini, then you know you're more willing kupersevere because you can see the end game. Unaona?
And in fact toa hiyo kitu ya kuna vitu zingine hauta like. No, as in easy. Ni kama katuchukua hata gaming. When you're playing a new game, there are some levels you won't know how to pass. Now you'll go refer maybe to someone who's ever played. You're like, how did he pass there? Oh, that's what you do. Then you go back and play.
Yes.
So for gaming, you'll find a very difficult game. But that difficult game is the interesting game because it's difficult.
Yes.
So there's no mentality of ati easy or nini. No.
Unajua tu ni ngumu.
Ni ngumu tu.
Hapa tunapambana mpaka mwisho.
Wewe tu niambie hapa nafanya aje. Nimefika hapa nimekwama, tunafanya aje. So si ati nimefika hapa nakwama alafu ati na complain ati manze now I don't know what to do. No. Okay, now I've done this and this and this, now I'm here.
Yeah.
How do I move from here to the next level?
Yes.
But for us, your connection to Hakuna, because now our parents feel like we are so entitled. They feel like we found it easy. That's why for them, they kept on saying, in our days we used to walk barefoot. In our days we used to go with 10 kilometers to school every day. So them, they victimize themselves with how they went through the process. This person even victimizes himself with how he went through that, the Milima na Mabonde, the career. To a point, he can't even advise you. Now, if you look at it that way, and that's what I was saying, Sally, there are a lot of things we've been told that they are good ideas, but they're not making sense. Bro, me right now, there was a time we were talking with you about that, the criminalize petty offenses.
Yeah.
So the guys were
victimless offenses.
So when you wanna push your kitu, they're actually big people. There was an MP in it, big lawyers. So we're having a discussion with them because they wanted to do that show on Dog Radio. We are still in talks though. And when you talk to them, they have all this side of how, like, petty offenses like weed, how it is being seen in the society. And then they have this side of what weed is in the society. When you sit with them, you're like, this is someone I can have a conversation with. This is someone I can mention anything and they'll take it and we have that conversation. This is not someone I'll tell him about weed and they'll be like, hey, me weed, I don't want to talk about weed. Hey, weed
is satanic.
Yeah, weed will turn you mad. And then now we can't have a conversation. Like there was one who was telling me, what would be better, taking a weed person to jail or taking that weed person to rehab? So if we even sit back and start looking at it, if you're taking him to rehab, he's paying for his shit. When you're taking him to jail, taxpayers are paying for him. So where is it logical, bro?
Why should you even take him anywhere?
No, as in, rehab, you're paying for your shit. I'm not paying for your shit. Like as in, you and your family can decide on that.
Rehab ama uende ndani.
No, the swali was, if hii bangi ni mbaya sana, kupeleka mtu ndani juu ya bangi na kupeleka mtu rehab juu ya bangi, ni wapi hapo unasaidiana? If this weed is that bad,
si rehab unamsaidia?
Yeah, so what is this taking someone who's taking weed to jail? Where is that making sense?
Hiyo ya rehab, lakini hata pengine naitumianga kama negotiation tactic. Kama mtu ameshikwa anataka kufungiwa, pengine unaweza negotiate na court. Hii kitu nishoifanya, unasema huu msee hata ifikangi court, pengine tu una negotiate na karao, ndio msee hata kushamchukulia rehab, anaenda rehab. Sometimes makarao watasikiza.
Sasa ndio mimi nasema hivi, Soli, do we need to negotiate? As in, why don't we just
make it law?
Why don't we think? As in, it's not making sense kama mimi saizi, like, as in, why are you taking someone who's taking weed to jail? There is going to meet worst of the worst.
Atoka hardened,
Nah, atoke way worse. So you want someone in your loophole, someone you can go fetch anytime. You understand? So a lot of things we have been told, when you sit down and just break them down pole pole, you realize we've been clouded in a lot of things. Yani paka, even simple things we can't comprehend. We are clouded with so much in our heads right now. Saizi nikuje nikwambie, Soli, hey, it is very wrong not to love. If you've never loved, then you have a problem.
There's something wrong with you.
There's something wrong with you. Bro, you'll believe that. Because you'll be like, I haven't fallen in love. So now there's something wrong with me. Why haven't I fallen in love? Then ujipate unaanza kuingia ma-stress. Badala ukae tu jiulize, if till now I haven't fallen in love, why is it a problem? Because if it was a problem, then I would have sorted it and maybe fallen in love. But if till now I haven't fallen in love, why is it being made like a problem?
There's a lot of misinformation out there.
Bro, not a lot. Every information we have, Soli, and that's what I was telling you even about the con man. If you look at it, who's not a con man? Who's not a con man? When you're going to sell your business, bro, you have to sell that business. But even if you have those things or not, you know somewhere you'll outsource. Some of the things you'll outsource. But when you're talking to a client, you have to give this client confidence. That, you know what, I'll do this shit. Bro, that's a con. Even if you go and do utaenda ufanye, but it's not what you told the client. Vitu zingine uta outsource, it's not you.
Yeah.
You didn't tell the client you're going to outsource. You understand? So, in most of these things, all the deals we are doing, conmanship. Most of our conversations, conmanship. Like we're talking about shit. We're talking about victimization. So there was this guy. He's called Dele Ali. He's a footballer, and he was in a podcast with a former footballer called Gary Neville. Na alikuwa namuelezea his past nini vitu kaa hizo. And this guy was a beast. This guy in 2020, was it 2014, 2015, or was it 2015, 2016? He was named the youngest player of the year. I think 2 years in a row. This guy was a beast. This guy overcame kila kitu. Then now he started flopping. You know, things just wasn't. I don't know what happened now. His game started going down.
Madem.
Hata sitaki kuingia huko kwa madem. Point ni game yake ikaanza kwenda chini.
Madem.
So after that, he now wants to come and take us back. Right now, he's taking us back to his victimed childhood.
Si kwa sababu ya kushinda na madem. Paka hiyo victim sasa imemuingia.
So now, ain't that conmanship?
Ni victimhood.
Bro, it's conmanship. Victimhood is conmanship, bro. Hiyo umama ni conmanship. Bro, umama ni conmanship. Because a woman will victimize herself for you to protect her.
A woman will manipulate to get what she wants.
Bro, that's victimization. We give it so many names.
When you see a man now with that mindset, your mama tu imemwingia.
Bro, it's conmanship. Tuongee tu vitu tunaona. Let's not give them too many names. Anytime you victimize yourself in front of us, bro, you're conning us. This is a con game. You know, unless now we are just having a discussion and then you don't say it in a victimized way. Like now you just say, by the way, this is what happened to me. Like there was a time we were having a conversation of your time tulikuwa Mimi, Andrew, Nani, this guy from LA. Forgotten his name. But we used to train with him. So we're in his office and we're just having that, that random discussion. Most men haven't talked right now. Men will say things that will surprise you. Like you'll find most men have slept with the botches. The first woman they ever slept with was a botch. And bro, we all fucking laughed. We're like, kumbe hivi. We were like, kumbe you also molested with a botch. How old were you? One would be like, I think I was around 4. I was around 6. I was around, around that same age. And we just laughed and were like, now look at that. You know, now I'm not going to go back and say that shit really fucked me up, but I'm already here, bro. I overcame that shit. Now, if I put it as something now I want to focus on in my head, bro, it's not a focus.
Your
for
life
me.
will not move.
It will not move. Now I'll have to go back. This botch fucking me. How did it, bro? What do you mean, bro? That botch fucked me. Period. Or is it? I fucked a couple of botches going
me.
ahead.
The botch fucked me just the same way the government is fucking me.
Bro. Getting fucked is what this system knows.
It's part of life.
It's part of life.
Yeah. So either you bend over or you get up
and sort your shit out.
And sort your shit out. Yeah.
I have no problem with someone talking about an issue like they have overcome it. You know, that's a better conversation.
Yeah.
But you crying, bro.
Not woye.
Woye now you're killing the conversation. Now what do we do after this now? I know it is fucked up for you. Maybe you haven't dealt with it. I know it is fucked, but now what do we do? What do we do after this?
You tell him to bend over, you'll be more gentle.
I won't be like your mom's friend.
I won't be like your mom's friend.
Bro, and I'm not saying this that I just want to be dark, but it's just the reality, bro. There's a tweet I posted, in fact, after even listening to that video, and I said everyone has trauma one way or another. Bro, everyone has trauma one way or another. The problem is the victimization part. So I'll come and talk to you, and there's some things you'll tell me, I'll be like, that's not right. But if you're okay, you're okay. You know.
You overcame, you moved on.
Yeah, you overcame and you moved on. As in, my main job when I'm with you is when I'm seeing you're slacking, I'll remind you. You know, yeah, bro, here you're slacking. So fucking changamka. Tuendelee. So hata even if you break down, but tuchangamke. Hakuna juu sasa tufanye nini? There is no any other way. You know. But still kishakuja tu unaanza kulia na tunakaa hapo ama sasa you want to tell me how your life has been fucked up. And me for a minute, bro, I think I had that. Like I once in a while I'd pull that card. Paka nakuja na realize there are people who have seen worse than I've seen and have overcome that.
Yeah.
Paka you even feel embarrassed, like this guy unamwambia story na kuangalia yako like sasa tufanye aje. Like I had a buddy back in campus, he'd be like, now what do we do? By then you'll go complain nini and anakuuliza tu point, now what do we do? What do we do? Unaona? And most of the time I'd go to him because he would not ask me a lot of things. You know, because for me it's not venting. For me it's like, I said it, maybe I didn't know I was remembering that shit, but now that I've said it, maybe it has triggered something in me. Now I don't want to let me deal with it now and move on. You know now. But for us, sijui kwa nini we entertain that shit. Now, if you look at it from the point of as a consumer, ndio sijui kwa nini we entertain it. But if you look at it as a point of a content creator, I can understand why it's being entertained. That's very beautiful content for me, bro. You come cry on my show.
Oh, yes.
What are you saying?
Boss, I'll make you famous.
Bro, I mean, I need more handkerchief in this bitch, bro. Bring that mzinga. I'm digging deep. I want you to cry more. I want us to go. Give me juice so that people can see that. Because people feed on that.
There's this content creator who he came out and said, oh, the guy used to be a porn star. And then he married a porn star, the wife. But she had never done porn with somebody else. So now he's trying to tell guys that, I finally agreed and allowed her to akamatwe by some black dude. And you know this guy, this guy he's proud of that nonsense. As that guy has been checked,
Checked again.
People are telling him, you're just a cock, man.
What do you mean? If we imagine Soli, people want to talk even about things that you don't comprehend. This guy is a fucking porn star.
Yeah. So
He's a porn star, so that's his life. You need to know that.
yeah.
He's gone and married another porn star.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to create an attachment on that shit?
But it's his wife.
Bro, what do you mean? It's now this wife to you is a different explanation. To him, his wife is just maybe his best friend porn star. Bro, today you're going to be fucked by a black nigga. Oh, baby, I have to watch that one. In fact, since I'm now your husband, let me be seeing the exclusive live.
You didn't find your bow.
Let me see.
You
Let me
don't
see.
see this shit, brother.
No, it's only because you want to standardize it from your environment. Bro, solely you're not a porn star.
That makes sense too.
No, yes, of course. You've
Yes.
never been a porn star.
Yeah.
Bro, this guy has been fucking.
I'll call it as I see it.
Again, you can't comprehend it.
So we should do like a commercial.
Bro, you should start with porn stars shouldn't get married. Maybe you should start with that. But these guys have been porn stars. Then imagine, bro, this guy is being paid to fuck and get fucked.
We're telling him you should keep that shit to yourself.
What do you mean to yourself, bro? When he was fucking around, you people were watching his porns.
Okay, not just him, but generally speaking, there's some shit you just keep to yourself. Even me, I'm tired. I'm tired of everyone bringing all their shit on the internet, bana. Anything. See, this happened to me. Nini. We don't care. We don't want to know. We are seriously.
What you're supposed to do is solely focus on your niche.
All those victims unasema, all those victims are now bringing all their stories online.
You see, in this case for me,
on
it's because I'm a consumer of football. Now I know this player. So by the time he was going to talk there, this is part of my content.
He should have kept that shit to himself.
No, now I know I'm not going to follow him anymore. I'm not going to deal with that, bro. Mimi, I'm a fan. I am not a therapist. I don't want to be here watching you playing that game and be like, oh, this guy should be given more time. No. Now I'm just going to unfollow him. Yes, sasa atafute watu wenye wanamuelewa. If it's about porn, bro, if you are not a member of, if you're not a family of that, if you're not consuming porn, I don't know why it's affecting you following porn stars and their marriage. Bro, these guys are porn stars. Do you understand that?
But I don't follow the guy.
You follow the lady.
A lot of people have been discussing.
You're discussing things way out of your comprehension. What are you discussing? Are you a porn star?
I'm not a porn star.
And then now, what will you know about them? Bro, this guy is being paid to fuck solely. The lady is being paid to be fucked. In fact, there was one, this lady said, damn, I've forgotten the name of this guy. This guy he has podcasts with hoes. Very, very interesting podcast. And this lady was saying, she mentioned the black guy, the time she ever had a session with a black guy, she was hard for 3 days. 3 good days.
400 years of breeding.
Bro, 3 good days. Now you can imagine she's openly saying that on the mic. And she's married.
400 years of breeding Mandingo.
She's married, bro. Now you want to come and complain that this bitch, this is no wife material. To who?
Keep that shit to yourself.
What do you mean? She's not a wife material to you. But to the other porn star, this is a very good wife material. He chose that. And then you imagine this. Can you imagine a porn star marrying someone who's never been a porn star?
You know, hata umeenda mbali sana. I remember one time I was having this conversation. I interact a lot with police. So there's this police officer lady, and she was saying, she can't marry somebody who's not another policeman.
Yes,
because hawataelewana. Yeah. So maybe it's the same mindset.
Yes, bro. Hey, bro.
So they should do like a court martial for porn stars.
bro, for everyone, bro. There's no standard of marriage now that we're seeing. You in your category and your level play like that. You people don't standardize it like we are all the same.
To
We
each
ain't
their
the
own,
same.
eh?
To each their own.
Kuna mtu tu hiyo story pia itambamba.
Bro, kuna mse, of course you're in a bamba. I was telling you about your part of police, yeah. So there was this chile tulikuwa na, this was back in Kampong. Because I used to do events nini. So in every event ningefanya ilikuwa lazima nikuwe na policemen wawili. It was getting wild at times, man. So one of the policemen was not hadn't been in that job for a minute. He'd been there for like 2-3 years. Sasa nikaanza kumsikizia huyo, ali make sense.
She was a police officer.
Yeah, she was a police officer. So the day yenye ilikuwa niende nimuondoe,
Umuondoe azi.
nimkamdinye.
Eh.
The day I was to go fuck her. Tuko kwake. She's cooking, but you know, when she's in the house bana, she's all that gali and everything. Alafu ako na hii walkie-talkie that keeps on imesema kitu. Bra, mi nimekaa nimetoa hadi tisho, unajua tule kumeka.
Na umevasi.
Wapi bado I'm comfortable now, like as in this place. I'm really in my zone by there, and then you know with these people you can smoke for as long as you know. Hata yeye ndo alikuwa ameniletea, alikuwa nazo kwa
Zile walikuwa
wameshika. So me I'm there with no tissue because it's a bit hot. As in I'm waiting, I'm just looking at her, just marinating in my head how I'm about to start this shit. Should I like start with a, you know, with a PJ, or should I like, you know, ile venye tu unapanga vitu tu kwa kichwa tu kimwangalia hapo kwa kichwa chako like I'm about to dish a police lady, a police woman. Katika pilka 2 policemen walk in. Bro, these people walini harass. Paka by the time sasa wameona yani ile sasa me I'm pissed off, yani ile cheki. Me I want to go. Ndio sasa
unataka kuharibu mali ya serikali.
Ndio sasa wananiambia wanajoke. Ati kijana tulia bwana. Niko bro, what do you mean tulia? And then you still want me to remain here. But I'm looking at that lady, and the entire time that lady was laughing. Bro, lijiambia fuck this shit. As in my ego can't allow me to be dealing with this shit. Paka by the time nilikuwa natoka udem natoka kwani sasa kulikuwa njoka King D. Yani King D kwani that will piss you off. You're a man, come. Na huyu ni dem anakuambia she's so intimidating. Yani I'm like, I know.
You know her job, she's used to kanyaga in men's chests bwana.
So you can imagine what she would have done to me, man.
You're just very soft bwana.
Bro, me, I know. No, those are the things now. For me, I couldn't comprehend. You know, like as in I was like, I can't deal with a police woman because I'm not dealing with her alone.
You guys, this guy.
Bro, I'm dealing with a battalion of the people she's working with.
They got under your skin. Yeah?
And that's it, Soli. Bro, if take it this way, yeah. If me I have me and you know a Chile, yeah, then we can go to this Chile's house anytime the way we want, and if we find any nigga there, we can harass that nigga. Bro, what the fuck is that?
So I was talking.
Is this Chile yours?
I was talking to my boys. Hiyo ni mali ya serikali.
Sasa so hapo
kama unajua hivyo. So you shikana with that mama, you're the side dude. Serikali is the main dude. Sasa my boys were telling me when they were that basic training for Kiganjo, like those trainers, those drill instructors would come down so hard on them, yani ile unajua 4 or 5 days, yani hakuna kupumzika, yani these guys are on your diabs paka you can't renew. Paka these guys, they sit down now with the chicks who they are training with. They tell them bana, jamaa amekuja sana bana, jamaa ni moto, just go kamata this guy, tulia kidogo
atuaje.
So now when the mama goes and tuliza the guy, now they know our battalion, this guy would come down hard on us
Mhm.
because kuna mtu hapa anachunga pia asimuumize sana. That's how some of these guys got through.
So, we imagine kitu kama hizo, now can you comprehend such a marriage?
Where is he comprehend? But
Now, why do
I
you?
can comprehend though.
Okay,
Of,
yeah, of course,
military and
bro. You've grown up in that shit. So,
yeah,
how would you comprehend a porn star's marriage?
that one I can't comprehend.
Why are you now talking about it?
Eh?
You punies. Why are you talking?
That is-
Hey,
that is
bro,
beyond-
I can't allow my wife to talk. Bro,
That is
your
beyond-
wife has never been a porn star.
That is beyond my scope of expertise.
yes. Now, every time, always put yourself either as a consumer or a producer or a creator.
Hiyo ndio inaitwa emotional intelligence.
Hiyo ndio emotional intelligence.
Unakaa chini unaangalia from the other person's.
Because hii nyingine yenye tumekuwa na mademi, that's not emotional intelligence.
Maybe I should look at it from the other person's eyes.
Yeah.
The black dude.
You are a creator, bro.
The black dude.
You are a creator. Look at it from that side.
From the
So
black
you
dude.
remember that time when ulikuwa unatuambia story yako ya you are about to choke someone's daughter to death.
Hey,
You see you're dark like that. Now look at it from that side. Look at it from the side of I'm giving you guys content. Bro, people like kina Kim Kardashian. Bro, fuck whatever you say about those people. But they are living a life solely you might never ever live in your life. Ever. Because of what? They are giving you content. You people will call them whores. You'll call Kim Kardashian a whore. Because she slept with all the big wigs in the industry. Not the minor wigs. She didn't sleep with people like you. Bro, this person ended up marrying Kanye West, bro.
But a hoe is a hoe.
It doesn't matter. Do you understand what Kanye West, the caliber of Kanye West for us in our society is? Kanye West is a genius. Kanye West for us, that nigga, is like...
I like Kanye West.
Now Kim Kardashian managed to bag Kanye West into marrying her and giving her kids. Bro, Kanye West even bought the porn tapes.
But you know what I say, yeah? This is a free market. Free market in supply and demand. For this shit to exist, there must be a demand for it.
Exactly.
Na hata ndio niliacha kucatch feeling because you can talk a lot of shit about chicks who are huko wanika themselves on social media.
No, if you're a consumer, you can talk.
You go to that chick's account, you guys, 4 million guys who are just following that.
And not just following, they are tipping her.
Hey,
she's been tipped heavily.
And DMing.
Begging. Niggas around.
The situation is actually really bad because someone once told me, if you want to know, just go and create a fake profile online, put a hot chick there, and just start posting and see. Within a very short time, you'll have so many followers.
Bro, so her being hot, that's her asset. Yeah,
so you can't I can't even catch feelings. I can't even. I mean, it is what it is. There'll always be people who will pander and simple to this chick.
Unless you're broke, bro. If you're broke, then now these things won't be making sense. You'll be like, me can never do that.
Yeah.
Me can never do that. Till you get money.
Till you get money.
Till you get money, you find yourself in that fucking mess.
When you get money, the game changes. The reality changes. But something to do with reality. Because, and this guy was trying to explain, and he was saying that, the reality of a hot chick, a lot of men can't even comprehend it. You can't understand it. This mama, from the time she steps out of the door of her house, men are hitting on her. The whole day, men are hitting on her. If she goes online, men are still hitting on her. to the point where for most people you can't really comprehend that. Yeah. Then you want to go there na mistari yako weak
Na love.
na love.
I come
This
with
mama
love.
will tell you the way she's been flued. If she's honest with you, she'll tell you. The way guys are sending her money. You find a very basic chick. Guys are giving 100 G's, nini. Some of these hot chicks, you ask them, they'll tell you the people have even offered to buy them cars. These are conversations I've had with chicks and they've told me. How tells you the way certain big wigs yani are just chasing her. These are things.
So, and you want to come and set a standard.
Then you want to come there
based on your puny self.
Yeah.
Now, in the music industry, the reality is we share chiles, bro. And I feel it's like in every industry. In every industry, there are chicks who just rotate in that industry.
In everywhere we share chicks.
yes. There are just chicks who rotate in that industry. So I remember when I was hard on music. By then, I was managing Pacho.
Yeah.
So most of the weekends, we would be out. And in those, events, in those bashes, is when you come and realize these women only listen to the person who has money.
Yeah.
If not money, influence. If not influence, then a brain.
But you must have something.
You must have something, bro.
Yes.
Now, other than that, and it was so brutal to a point you'd maybe be talking to a Chile and then she sees the guy, maybe she's eyeing, comes in. Bruh, she'll leave you there. Or she'll even tell you, hey, Ebu chase herself. I don't want this guy to know me and you have a thing. There was a time, kuna time, one of the Chile pulls me out. Famous Chile, very famous Chile, pulls me out and she's like, yo, Lizzo, I know you are here. I didn't expect you to come today. But please, there's my guy coming. And I don't want him to know me and you have ever had a thing. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, and you're just going to ruka me like that, and just because there's another nigga with big dick energy than me. Point blank. She's like, Manze, you understand, you understand.
It's not even big dick energy. It's they have they say women love opportunistically. Men
yes.
Yeah.
Now on the ground,
it's a bigger fish than you.
Yes. Now if we imagine if we were not with her in the same industry and we were dating.
Catch.
And no, she would have never even told me. I would have never even known that there's another nigga that she actually even respects more than me, because me now, she'll be seeing me maybe once. Usually I'm coming to see you at home, tunapatana home jioni, asubuhi, kila mtu ameenda shughuli zake. Yeye ako job yake, mimi niko job yangu. I would have never known that side. Like for me, kama hii time, because for her, most of the time tungeenda my events tupatane. Like she would be my chile for the night. I never thought I'd want to go for another one. And then, pia the industry, ukirukaruka bana, I was so scared of me happy in Nairobi. So I'd be like, let me be dealing with one, though, in case of anything. I can track you down and be like, bitch,
you can do contact tracing.
It's you gave me the shit. So I'd put them on a rotation, like, and I'll have like in 3 months, I'll have like 3 chiles who are on my rotation. Then if I'm to change, then I change after 3 months. Evo.
Yeah.
So for her, each time she was among the main. Tattoo. Bro, she pulled that move on me. I was like, okay, let me wait. Bro, I happened only and then bana mi venye muona kwa nimejiamini. I was like, shit. Wacha tuone huyu ni nani. Bro, the guy who now comes in, some Nigerian short ass guy. short as fuck.
Mm.
And now I have to pretend like, hey, this is my buddy. Hey, but now we've known each other for so long. You don't worry. You're in safe hands and all that.
Sasa ni bahati yako kuintroduce kama kazini yake.
Of course, angeza. That Chile is so light skin. Bana angesema kazi napo
Hadi
tangechoma.
uintroduciwa hata ukiwa mweusi aje bana.
No, the Chile is so light skin. So akadaisha tu, we are buddies, we work together. And I was like, yeah.
But like a lot of these chicks, they say women are never stop playing the game. Women are never out of the game. Woman is always playing because there's no day people will not hit on her. Especially if she's hot or even just average or above average.
A woman is a woman, bro.
Yeah? People will always hit on her. So imagine this chick. From the day to Matiti tulitokea hivi, people have just been hitting on her.
Yeah, bro,
So by the time that chick is like
Hot.
25 years, you guys, the amount of game that chick knows, even a 25-year-old dude can't handle that chick.
Bro, that chick sucked my dick. By the time I started, I think, seeing her, she was 19, 20. By then I was around 22 up to 23. I was now like finishing Campo. She was around 19, 20. Bro, that chick told me by then she's never had sex much. She had just cleared school the year before.
Yeah,
But the way she sucked my dick, bro, that fast.
You made you rethink that statement.
Bruh. I'm like, this is a lot of experience, but I am not going to talk about it because I will kill this moment. And I'm not about to kill this moment. You have to finish.
Just ride the wave, man.
Bruh, that chick sucked my dick. Sorry,
Yeah?
I had not. I don't know.
You didn't suck your dick. She sucked your brains out.
She sucked my soul, bro.
You know the way when you put your soda with a straw, ikisha vile inafanyanga.
Bruh.
That's how she sucked you, man.
and I want you to hear this. So for us then, getting a deep throat blowjob was something else. Either you get it. Me, I hadn't gotten a deep throat blowjob from the Chiles I dated your time. Walikuwa tu yani ile wakisak dick ile hawataki kuchoka. So they like withhold ile sasa usi. But this one, 19 years old, bro, she deep throated that dick. Paka I'm there, I'm like, you're new to this. But now,
something is not adding up.
You know yourself, I don't want to talk because I want to see the end of this. As in, this thing is so sweet. I'm not about to be complaining about a sweet thing. You understand? But the way she's placed herself, bro, and her pussy was just legit. By the time now I came to realize she's been tempezaring that pussy. You can realize how do they maintain whatever they sell. Bro, a hoe will look after her business, and that's her pussy. Bro, her pussy will be fresh, tight as fuck. I don't know what they do, nanini. By the time anakupatia ako like, by the way, I normally don't do this.
Those are trade secrets.
I normally don't do this. But what they do to you, bro, that was my first deep throat. I'll never forget my first deep throat blowjob. I got it from a person younger than me.
Boss.
In my head, and by then I used to go for virgins. I'll be like, I really want a virgin. But where, bro? And I've had very, very weird blowjobs, but that one.
That one, I know that for sure. You guys.
Bro, I've had weird blowjobs in very weird places. And then, for us, it was when I was in med school, the girls couldn't come to the boys' dorm, and the boys' dorm couldn't go to the girls' dorm. So you had to be creative, So most of the time we'd use the hospital.
I can see where you're going.
No, for real, like as in, it was just that. And then the only time maybe you guys would meet is in the club. Bro, even maybe now, by the time we leave the club, I'm not going to have you. I don't have a car, you don't have a car. We are not about to book a lodging. You know, we are all going to the hostel. So I'm not going to go to the hostel with this nut. Bro, I've even dished in these telephone booths. This ones, in Ngara, there's like a club up over called Red Carpet.
Hey,
Manze tumetoka the Chile is supposed to go to a hostel hapo to Ngara. Me, I'm supposed to go to MTC. I'm like, there's no way I'm going with this nut. There's no way I'm letting you go this way. I've pashed you so that another nigga can go find something well marinated. Bro, we entered that booth. Tulikujua tu na mawochi. Nikaambia pe mochi, you have to wait. Let me just finish. Then I'll come. Because it is just as simple as coming out and giving you guys money. You know. Bro, we entered that booth, bro, ibomoa that shit. Sema kusweat uko ndani.
Kama Superman.
Ai, unasema nini?
Superman ndio ingia huko kwa bomba anatoka amechange.
Bro, mmetoka huko ndani na kwambia unakaa hivi. Hata you even don't want to look at her anymore. You're like, how the fuck are you giving me pussy na telephone?
Unasema there's a long distance.
Fuck this shit. Unatoka. So you imagine. Imagine we had no. Imagine we had this information. So we had this information with us. But we still went ahead and got married. Ndo uelewe hiyo part nakwambia.
The devil is real.
It's not even the devil, bro. As in, we don't want to comprehend situations on reality. We don't know how to do that. We don't know. Bro, no, hauwezi niambia ati kama saizi ukiongelea about Kanairo, tunajua how people fuck in Kanairo. We know how married people tembeza dick and pussy out here.
It's so bad, by the way.
Bro, we know.
So bad.
But we are the same people.
Even the single people are even better.
Yes. And we are the same people who will take each other for a ratio.
Hey.
You know, so when it comes to comprehending that, you know what, this shit doesn't make sense. Up now we draw the line. We're like, no, what are you saying? You know, if they love each other, leave them alone.
The niggas are just offloading the problem to you because they've all prepared there. Why are these fools? so that this shit doesn't blow back to us.
It does, yes. So to go, where to chase it? Like,
people are ruthless, right?
Bro. Abadi yo mine hata juzi waliachana na wife wake. But hao walikuwa waachane, it was something building up. So the issue was the guy was sleeping with the Chiles Kuzo. Walikuwa wameleta huyo dem kuja kusaidia na ma housework nini cause hawakuwa na mboch na hawakuwa na mtoi mdogo. Mwanamume ni nani? Bro, he was bomoring this Kuzo pia hapo kwa hao nini. So the wife never ever sensed, but issue ni alikuja akapata message cause this Chile angeshinda na chat then ile venye anapika kaacha simu. So the wife comes anashanga hii ni kuangalia anaona we. Now the bot didn't even save the number of the hazi. So the number just comes and like, see ni number ya baba nani?
Angeise kama Dr. Rindi or something.
Sasa huyu hakusema. So the wife akaingia kwa simu. Kuingia. What's wrong with my
leo umechukua zile cable mbaya.
Cables hii nayo inataka kuringa. Akachukua hiyo simu kuingia kwa chat. Bro, akapata the nigga had just smashed that botch in the morning. After smashing her while he was going to work. Now, while the wife was bathing, the nigga went and smashed the botch quickie, then left. Bro, bibi anaiona hiyo kitu hapo sahi.
But why would you post that nonsense like that?
What do you mean post? As in, see, now the botch anamwambia venye, na venye asubuhi, nini.
Yeah, those conversations, you don't hold them. Anyway.
Now, hizo ni zile advice zenye sasa tukikuja tunakwambia
I'm not going to do that. I won't advise you guys. I want you guys to be good people. Muzikwe nini nataka mkwe watu wazuri.
So now this guy, he wants us, you know, it's cause tulikuwa kwa the same nini ya his wedding. So kuna venye tumeitwa na family tuende tukakae chini
Discuss hiyo.
to discuss hiyo. So the guy anataka tuende huko tumsaidie so that he can get his wife back. So
How does
I was with him. No, even if it has everything to do with it. So I was with him and I was asking him, bro, clearly you know this shit doesn't make sense to you.
So mlimsaidiaje?
No, kuna kwa gana hiyo talk, kuna hiyo mnaenda
mnakaa chini
alafu na elders, so
yeah, the skills, pick one of his cousins.
No, as in sini kuongeleshwa, wao mjamaa anaongeleshwa, then you people as the peers also talk to him. Unaona, so me I'm looking at even the peers we have. I'm like, you degenerates. You degenerates. As in, tuko hapa tunataka kwenda kuconvince huyu dem arudi kwa shida. Bro, kama umeshikwa, shikika. Na kama amekataa kunini, jitoe.
Ama tu,
bro, you've already fucking fucked up for you to...
Unaita huyo dem na kazini yake. Unamwambia, this is the deal. Kaa na bwana yako, kama utaki toka, kazini yako anaweza slide in, ashikilie hiyo nafasi.
Sasa unaona hiyo, mimi sitaki kuingia hizo vitu zote bro. Let me tell you, I don't alafu me for now for your group I'm always basically just the, you know, the asshole. Wacha tu tuseme hivyo juu hata before my case has been so much hapo paka ni ile wachana tunayo. So the Chiles yet we even in good terms with. Unajua but kuna venye at least yeye uniamini juu mimi nikiulizwa mimi huambia by the way mimi nikiulizwa sidanganyi. Bro, nataka tucheze.
Uko hujanyorosha hiyo kitu.
Bro, I can't fuck my buddy's wife. Hiyo na iwezi sasa aje. Now me and the wife I will have to lie to my buddy. Then you are not my buddy. It's your wife who's my buddy.
Hata unyorosha hapa nje.
Hiyo sasa hiyo msiwezi. I can't have a straight face on that.
Na bibi ananyorosha na judge.
Hiyo sasa ni judge. So in this case sasa mimi najaribu kumwambia how is it making sense? Unataka tuende convince mtu kwa kitu yenye unajua utarudia. I mean, why do you want us, all of us, to go promise that we are going to take care of you? All of us. All of us, we are going to be each other brothers keepers. And all of us tunajuana. Bro, that guy, and then you know that guy works in the UN. Jamaa, he's so hungry. You know those people wenye wakipata tu chance hivi. Yani,
manho.
It's...
Manho.
Bro, it just happens. Yani ni ile mnaweza.
So wewe unamjua?
Tunamjua. Bana, that guy, yeye ndio tunamjua, yeye ndio huku la mawita. You know, we know him. Paka kuna times tunaweza kuwa tukikunywa tumwambie, hey bro, today kuna msee mwenye ako hapa anaweza kusnitch. So, cheza fiti. Cause tunaona venye umeanza hivyo na venye unakunywa, tumeona mali unaenda, so cheza fiti. Then sasa unataka kuja kutuita si wote in your lie. And in your lie you're saying, but you people don't understand, I really love this chick. I really love her, man. I'm going to work on myself. But I'm like, why don't you start by working on yourself? If you really love her, work on yourself, then you'll go back for her. Unajua? You say hizi hakuna time ya kuogopa ati nikimwacha atakulwa. Bro, anaweza kuwa na wewe na bado anakulwa. Unaogopa mtu wako kukulwa, atakulwa. Unaget? Bro, that guy, I was blocked, but I was removed from that group. Nikaanza kuambiwa toka tujuane na Kibe. Toka tujuane na Kibe, I've become an asshole. As in I don't have, and I'm like, it's not that I'm an ass. I just don't want to lie for you. You know, it's too much for me. Now, if you imagine now I'm lying to your wife for you. What I'll do is I'll never talk. But if I'm asked, you go become puny and I'm asked shit. Bro, me I'll be like, hey, where? Your husband was there. You now go talk to your husband. Your husband was there. But hey, Nani is telling me that he was not with you guys. No, he was here. Now let him tell you that. Other than that, me, that's all I know. I know he was here. I don't want to be part of it. Now I'm lying for you. or I'm lying with your wife, or your wife anaweza find a way ati anikujie ati aje. You deal with your shit, bro. Ukikuja kwangu come to deal na wewe. Nikawa soli sahi. I know nothing about your wife, but I know you have a wife. There is no point your wife is going to call me kuniuliza itakuwa hata anza aje ulikuwa na soli. Nilikuwa na soli. Ulikuwa na soli kasi kuwa na wewe bro. Sikuwa na wewe, sikuwa na soli. But si anasema we sikuwa na soli. So muulize hiyo vitu anasema huko. Sikuwa na yeye. Ulikuwa na soli? Yes, nilikuwa na soli. Unaona? So kusikue ati na kauongo. But no, the problem ni sisi hatutaki kukubali hiyo. We want to become men.
So when you find yourself as a man having to lie, it's a sign of weakness.
No, it's
a sign of weakness. A man should not have.
Bro, by the time we were weak from the word go.
Yeah.
Because you even lied yourself into that marriage.
So now, in your weakness, now you want to draw us into your weakness to come and start lying for you.
At some point, we were all that weak.
Yeah,
we were all lying for each other at some point.
At some point.
Yes. So now you think that's how it's supposed to be. Bro code. Bro, me fuck bro code, man. I don't know bro code.
Hizi bro code zinaletanga shida. You know, the reason the First World War happened was because of treaties. Everyone had treaties. If you go to war, I'll go to war with you. If you go to war, everyone had people. So when the big boys started fighting, everyone joined it. It became a world war. So this bro code needs of you too. You all find yourself in some crazy mess here.
Bro, I ain't doing bro.
You don't even know the truth anymore. You've told so many lies.
And then you know the fucked up thing about bro code is you might be in it. So you might be actually in it to save your bro. But your bro is using you for that.
Yeah.
So that's the fucked up thing. It's not that this bro code that it's genuine. It's not genuine. It's just a desperate act of saving your ass. That's what you're saying, bro code.
Yeah.
Because if me and you relate man to man, we don't need no bro code. Bro, we just relate man to man. I know your boundaries. I know the things I can fuck up with, and I know the things I can't fuck up with. That's not a bro code. That's just us respecting each other's boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
And those who are in your boundaries, you should keep your people in line. Your people should not become a problem to other people. So your woman should not be calling other people because now maybe she's looking for you. She has no business calling them. Unless it's an emergency.
Bro, unless my phone is off. Na nimekuambia niko na nani. Unaweza mkola nipatie simu. Si tu mcall mwambie Devi kwa mcall saidia Devi na phone. Cause si ati tena lie ati where I am. You know, I'll be like, I am here. I am here. I am with so and so. I am with so and so. Evil do. Bro, it helps a lot, bro. I used to fucking lie. Paka saa zingine now you have to fucking remember a lie. Na hii time hata si ati ni bibi, ni girlfriend.
2 years later, you guys are in a function and you have to keep all those lies straight. Hiyo ni kazi ngumu bwana.
Full time you have to remember
these lies. Job,
So for cause I went through boarding school from an early age through campus, through high school, yani by the time I got that freedom in campus, I never thought I'll have enough. So I couldn't stop with one. Because I thought this one will go. Let me get more. Bro, there was a time
from the wilderness.
Bro, there was a time I remember in first year, I had 16 chiles. 16 chicks, bro. I was busy at the class.
It's a full-time job, man.
It's a full-time job, but the class is naona tu modern and university. As in just leave, I need to be chatting. Because if I don't reply huyu haraka, unajua anaweza tokezea. So I had to panga them ile ya kuna wale wenye tungeonana. Now most of them walikuwa tuko nao hapo shule, wengine walikuwa nje. So wengine kuna venye nawapanga ya weekend. Then hao wa shule kuna venye walikuwa tunaonana time wise. Breakfast kuna mwenye nitakuwa naye, breko kuna mwenye nitakuwa naye, lunch kuna mwenye nitakuwa naye, dinner. Then kuna ile between lunch na dinner there's that time tunaenda kukunywa. Kuna mwenye nitaenda kukunywa naye, then kuna mwenye nitakuwa naye shift.
Yeah.
So it was a full time
the rotation continues.
As the rotation, bro, so it was
kuna wa Monday, kuna wa Tuesday, wa Wednesday.
Na ninja.
Sasa during the days of those pickup artists, there were some of them, it was like a full-time job. Kwenda kupick up madem. And it was just the law of average. Yani le numbers. So these guys, they go out like almost 3-4 days a week. They collect numbers from chicks. Get numbers, phone numbers. So at the end of the evening, you have like 20-30 numbers. The guy comes home, puts them on a spreadsheet. So he collects all these numbers. And then now he's tracking the interactions, the communication. You can have sales pipeline. I'm a big pipeline. Now, I don't know what you can call it. But it's actually, in its purest form, it is sales and marketing. Salesmanship. So anajua, huyu nimepigia leo, nitampigia tena Friday. Hiyo ingine, ama after 3 days. Schedule kwa hiyo nini. So every day, kuna nini. Now he has to keep, all these are now leads. You have leads. Yeah? And now the work is to convert these leads into nini. And these people, I used to look at these guys, I'm like, shit, nigga. When do you have time to do anything else? Because it's a full-time job, man.
What is anything else, bro? This is what I am working for, bro. And then once you fuck, you have to record, bro.
Yeah.
Like as in so that you can be having these things. You show your buddies, bro. Hey, look at this chile. This one is the one of banged, and you don't want to delete these videos.
Yeah.
Because of I think it's that lack mentality.
Squeezy kuna videos.
No, squeezy sasa hiyo kitu imeisha. Squeezy is not a it's not a big thing that
men stopped dating.
But no, now the funny part is we didn't stop.
Yeah.
So hizi stories zote zenye nakwambia, as in nakwambia, with all this information we had about women, we still thought we are getting the special women. Bro, maybe your wife was part of that rotation, bro. Of someone else, bro.
You know?
She was there being rotated like that. Or maybe she had rotation. But by the time you were getting her, I don't know what got in your head that this is the love of my life.
God's grace.
Bro. So it was like fuck information.
I know what happened. So what happened when you're in love, and this is something that's scientifically proven, there are a lot of hormones that are released in your bloodstream. So you are high. You're higher. These emotions you feel, all those things, infatuation. I don't know what they call it. It's just hormones that have been released in your system. So you're high. You're not in your right state of mind. Hata mtu akuja akwambia, this chick is a hoe. Yeah?
Bro, I don't think that's love, bro.
Nakwambia, it's not love. It's a chemical reaction in your body.
Ni venye tu inaitwa love, lakini it's not love.
It's not love. It's just a chemical in it. That's why if somebody knows how to work your system properly, so now as they do that, you've heard of the concept of love bombing someone. So these chicks, they know. Yeah. Once they hook you in, they just drop sex on you like crazy. So much sex. After those hormones are in your system, you can't even think straight. You can't think straight. Now this chick knows she has you.
So does what chemical reaction works in politics then?
So I don't know about chemical reactions in politics. Politics is entertainment, and I've told you that. I'll explain.
So it still has the same kind of effect.
So now, when these hormones run through your system, after some time, they will run out. That's when now people come out from that honeymoon phase. Now you start seeing this person for who they are. Now you can look at them objectively and soberly. But when somebody, those chemicals are in your bloodstream, just coursing through your system, mtu hata umwambie nini haizi kusikia. Even if it's your own son, you're telling him this is not the right woman for you. This boy won't listen to you. Yeah?
So why I've asked you politics, compare solely the whole conversation was even with the information that we have, information that we live on,
Hey,
we still can't make decisions, proper decisions based on the information we have. So wewe unasema ni hiyo chemical. So ndo nimekuuliza hata kama
hiyo nimeongea juu ya hiyo
hiyo ya nini?
graduation,
No,
love,
si ndo nasema I want to like widen it. So ukichukua tunakuaga pia in the state of hizo chemicals yenye pia we are dealing with our governance, which is the political side. Tunakuaga in the same pia when we are even doing the way we are doing our business, going to shule and all that. Because we do have this information, why can't we implement it? Why is it that we can't listen? Why is it that we can't learn?
everyone learns at their own time. Either the easy way or the hard way. You will learn, or life will destroy you. At some point you will learn. Kuna mali tu mtu hufika anasema this politics thing is not making sense to me, and they pull out of the whole process.
Bro, that one doesn't make sense, because even if you learn, when you learn something about anything, let's say if you learn something about politics, it's the same as overcoming politics. It doesn't mean you'll do away with politics. Now, when you learn about politics, you're going to do something about politics.
Maybe that's why I went into politics.
No, bro, you went to use the information that we already know, the information that even we've gone through character development.
Some of us never started with a good set of information.
What do you mean? No, we've already had we've had a story here, so I've told you how our campus life was. But most of us, see at we even learned from that. Bro, we all went to campus. Most of us didn't marry women who are virgins. So who do you think broke her virginity? And by the time, and when we came to realize it's a lie when they come and tell you, oh, I've been with like 4 people or 3.
Yeah, you didn't know any better.
Bro, by then
but there was no one to tell you.
No, you knew any better, bro. So you were fucking chicks all over. You and your buddies were fucking chicks like no one's business.
Listen.
Weren't you adding these numbers? Can you imagine assuming the person you have yours is the special one?
Generation, we did not have access to as much information as subsequent generations have had. Today, a young man in campus has the benefit of being able to access a lot of, like, the young people today have the benefit. A young guy in Campo today has access to more solid information than we did.
So Lee, you and your buddies were not fucking?
We were.
That's information. Kwani, who were you guys fucking? Were you fucking your wives?
No.
You were fucking chiles. Hadi kulikuwa na rotation, bro. Ile, not rotation, kulikuwa na swapping. Like, I'd connect you with a chile that I, like, hey, bro, let me hook you up.
My troopers.
Troopers. We used to have troopers. This is information I'm talking about. We had that information of how our interaction with women was.
Yes, but our interaction, at least during my time, was very idealistic. Bado tulikuwa na hizo notions of romance na nini.
Taking someone for a date.
That was the last romantic generation. After that, the boys today are just dealing with women. They don't have those notions of romance, what.
Here is the worst part, bro. Apparently, it's still there.
It's still there.
Yeah, like the romance is still there. You see, this information, we only have it when it hasn't affected you. But the moment it affects you, you find all reasons to make it work.
Yes, but you still have a good set of information to fall back on.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for you to calibrate will be much faster. Yeah. But for our time, you do the same mistake, it ends.
You familiar in a relationship.
You go to another one, it ends. You're like, I've just not found the right one. And you continue believing those lies because those lies are the ones that were drummed up in you. Eh? So you still have that idealistic. So what has happened over the years is that men have been able to bring together all their experience and they've been able to identify certain things. And that information now men are passing it on to each other. So a young man today is starting with a good set of information. They're starting, and things that took us almost a lifetime, things that I was figuring out even in my 40s. These guys, a kid in Campo has that information.
So what of if saizi their generation marrying a hoe is not a problem?
You know, it's still a problem.
How?
It's still a problem.
How?
Yeah.
How?
Nobody wants to marry a hoe.
Who doesn't want to marry a hoe?
That's why today, that question of body count is a big question.
It's because we don't want to face reality, as in we already have whores within us. So who doesn't want to marry a whore? Most of the people right now don't want to get kids. Most of the people who enter relationships right now, they enter for the pussy. These people enter relationships to fuck.
Yeah. Fucking is different.
Yes. Now, why don't you just accept that? No, it's not different. It's the way you can go to a hoe and pay for a hoe. Why don't you just accept? Hey, you know what? Right now, I want someone like I want a hoe. I want my hoe. Why is it a problem now having a hoe yet? Those are the women we have.
Because you can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
Again, why do you want to turn someone into a housewife? It's not working now. What is this turning someone into a housewife?
If you can't turn one into a housewife, if you're not able to find a woman who is wife material, yeah, or who doesn't have those crazy body counts and all that, most men are opting to just let's stay here, let's have fun, yeah, but they are not settling.
It's not even most. It's how it is, Soli, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know why we don't want to accept reality.
People have accepted reality.
That right now, if you're going to get a chick, first of all, she's not a virgin. She's been through dick, so that's like a whore right now. Chiles have a higher value for money right now than the older days. Yeah.
So people have come. Men are now just now coming to terms with the reality. It's a harsh reality. That's why you're finding a lot of men now even pulling out of society. In fact, they are saying there are more male virgins. The numbers are increasing. Men who are just those incels, some of those incels who just stick to themselves. So it's the reality. I think men are coming to terms with it.
Then yeah, if they're coming to terms, me, I'll say maybe then we are heading to a better future.
So this is what I've been trying to explain to people. Yeah, like I study philosophy, yeah? And there's a hierarchy of things. Yeah? So there are 5 branches of philosophy, starting with the metaphysics, epistemology, ethics, politics, and aesthetics. Yeah, ethics is a central theme. Now, the way these things interact is that something that starts at the higher level of metaphysics will trickle down. The effects of it will trickle down. So what happened during feminism, when feminism came to Africa in the 80s, to the US in the 60s, and 50s huko, women changed their ethics. Unaona? Yeah, sexual liberation, going into the workplace, all this nonsense. Yeah. So they adopted that, and they broke the social contract that had existed before. So they took on a new social contract and they changed their ethics. What did that do? Their behavior changed, and then it also trickled into the politics. Yeah. That's why now in our constitution, unfortunately, we have like women reps and 2/3, a lot of nonsense that has been enshrined in our constitution, things that are unfeasible and that can't work. So, starting from the late 90s, early 2000s, men sat down and said, and started noticing and saying, "Ala, what has been is not working anymore. Things are not working for us, Nini." So they started now looking for solutions. And over that period, men have been able to gather a body of knowledge and gather all that information to what now is called, now you hear, red pill knowledge and all that. You have people like Akina Rollo Tomasi, but even before Rollo Tomasi, there are other people. So all that knowledge now, men have been able to package that. And that knowledge now, men are sharing that knowledge. And it is now beginning to affect men's ethics. Remember, feminism affected women's ethics. Yeah. So before it trickles down into society, it takes time. It can take even anywhere from 4 to 10 years for it to trickle down, because the female one started in the 80s in Africa, and it trickled down until in 2010 now they were able to pass things even in the constitution and change a lot of things, even the way organizations operate and all that. Now the men have started their own change, and it's only a matter of time before you start seeing the effect. But I can tell you for a fact, men are talking. Men are talking. Very soon you're going to see some things. You're going to see things even like mandatory paternity testing at birth, and things like that. Eventually they are going to get to the politics level. But a young man today is better off because the information is there. If you're able to take the information that men have worked hard and suffered and gathered that information and processed it and packaged that information, if you're able to get that information and apply it to your life, you are way ahead than many of us. And by the time you're getting to our age, to your 40s, you'd be very far. So for the young men who are taking those steps, they're in the right path. Then there are other men who took on feminine ethics. Wako na umama ndani yao. They respond to life like a woman would respond to life. Blaming, victim mentality, all that. Yeah. They put themselves on the same level as women, but they are men. So men, life will treat you differently from a woman as a man, because that's how life is. The standards for men are different from the standard for women. You're approaching life with women's standard, with women responses to life, because you've never had that masculine training and influence in your life. You are at a disadvantage. These are now the ones we call the simps and the white knights and the simp enforcers. Nafikiria tu kama mwanamke kwa akili. And you can see men who are like that. You can see even grown men. Unaongea na yeye hivi, unaona huu mtu kuna kitu yake bado amebakisha, hajafika hapo.
I feel it's going to take a minute still, even with the information we have, for that masculine ethics to trickle down fully. It's going to take a very long minute. Because think of it this way. Not that we don't have this information from observation. Not that we don't have it from observing our parents and seeing
But even our parents didn't have this information.
No, I'm saying from observation for us, like
Yes.
seeing this shit is not working.
Yes.
Seeing our siblings, seeing people around us, we do have that information. And so even right now, even when right now men are talking, bro, the information right now, it's there.
Yeah.
And it is not demonized. You know, like Kitambo, you'll try and say something and you're like, you're a chauvinist. No, right now it's, bro, just talk if you feel like you need to talk about
the chauvinism thing. They tried they call it the sign language. Shame, insult, guilt need to be right.
So that
tried that,
so that
but
information,
it's not working
that
because
information,
people now have information.
yes, that information has been there. But
You come
now
and you start calling me names. I tell you, you can try and shame me all you want.
But now applying it is going to take a minute.
That is where that is
applying it. And the only people who can apply it solely, those are the winners. Those are the strong people. And strong people out of 10, you'll either get 1 or 2. But they're not many. Even some people we always have a discussion with pale space. Na mtu kuongelesha kwa DM. This is a totally different person from the person who's talking on space. Some of these people have met. In person, you realize they've been talking a big game.
They talk a lot of shit.
It's like as in, so you have the information.
Some of these people will not even show their true identity online.
Yes, so you have the information to talk, but you don't have the information to live. You see, yes, you can't apply your information to your life, but you can talk about it. It's theoretical. Yeah. We are very good in theory.
Yes.
And by that's it's going to take a very long minute, bro.
It's going to take
a very long minute for people to come and once they decide, hey, you know what? Now our ethical values as masculine men now has to treat, bro. We have to introduce a rite of passage. You know, now that we are rural to urban migration, the societies are built in the urban areas. We have to have a rite of passage for your certain area. You know, that's the only way to build an environment that you can instill this ethics within the environment. So you say like maybe your kiddo is, the moment they reach puberty, maybe around 13 years. Now from there, you pass them through a rite of passage that has been decided for that community. You know
what I've found, what I've come to realize is, you know, this information, although you hear it now, by the time you integrate it into your life, can even take 4 or 5 years to integrate one thing you had. It's not easy to integrate, but the more things you integrate, the faster the integration comes. Yeah. So for those of us who came to this knowledge much later in our lives, it's even more difficult. There are some people who their whole identity for their whole life is based on a lie. And the only way they can rebuild is to tear down what they had before and rebuild it again. Some people don't have the energy for that. I don't think they'll be able to do. But for those who are willing to do the work, to tear down everything they thought they knew and to start building afresh, over time, the rewards will be better because now you're building from a foundation of truth. So can you imagine now somebody who gets this information when they are 18 years? They can start integrating it.
Or even earlier.
Yeah, or even earlier. You start integrating this information so that by the time this person is even 25, 30, they are way ahead. Way ahead.
What I've always been suggesting, it's first of all, we need to remove all expectations we have. And I'm talking for us now. the older people, the ones who want to benchmark these kids. We need to remove all expectations, all, and build these kids based on the environment. Bro, first things first. Right now, you can't you can't have a discussion about love. Bro, that's an expectation. Yeah, do you love him? Do you love her? That's an expectation. That is your expectation, which you didn't even meet, maybe. Remove that. We should look at the interaction that is going right now and accept that interaction. Don't demonize anyone. Bro, right now, OnlyFans, have you, Soli, I know you have an account there.
No, I don't have an account.
Oh, okay. So, right now, OnlyFans is so public, even teachers are doing it.
You're talking about OnlyFans. Let's go to TikTok at night. At night, the streams that
press for
go on-
live.
Huh?
Press to watch live.
Yeah, press to watch live. Yeah, that's the things you see on there. You're like, okay, but it is what it is.
So now take that.
Yes.
If we take that, that is the standard of interaction that is there. Now, can you imagine when you're putting an expectation on your child to look for love? Where is he going to look for love? In press to see live. Because that is what is there.
I know a lot of.
We are having influencers right now who've made it through what? Twerking. Twerking, bro. Throwing that ass up. And they've become major influencers.
But
they're now protecting their brands.
There's something that I'm beginning to see that it hasn't hit Kenya yet, and it will hit Kenya. When I look at other places, like in the West, it started, those people of twerking and all that, all the simps and all those funny characters, people, it started. But what I'm beginning to see now is that more credible people are now beginning to get into those spaces and creating their own spaces and giving a different spin on things. Yeah. They are saying, they are there. There are people who are now. You can see this.
Like on TikTok, I'm out to say.
Even on TikTok, on YouTube, on even Twitter. Now people are beginning to, you see, this person maybe is a professional, but he has his show. And they are beginning to challenge and say, no, these degenerate behaviors are not a reflection or a representation of who we are. Yes, degenerate behavior.
But that's a lie. What do you mean it's not a representation, but it is?
Yes, but you can't also discredit these people, because these people are giving you a different side to that story. They're like, yes, these people are there, yes, you can see them, and they are the most vocal online, but they are not a representation of who we are.
Again, Soli, that is a lie.
How?
You see, those people, those are the ones that I'm saying they're diluting this thing. Those are the ones that they are muddying the waters. Because you want to come and say this is not a representation of us, but that is a representation of us.
You want to say the majority of chicks in Kenya twerk?
Yes, very much, bro.
Online?
Yes.
Streaming live?
Oh, yes. No, not streaming, but that's twerking. Majority of chicks follow trends. Bro, and those chicks who don't follow trends, they're not active on social media.
And for the guys?
What do you mean for the guys? We consume that twerking.
You consume that nonsense.
That is us. That is the reality I'm saying, Soli. We don't want to accept. Bro, how did twerking trend?
It has its fan base.
It started trending because we consume it. It couldn't have trended if that is not a representation of our society.
We are thirsty like that.
Bro, there was, you remember
we are like vampires, thirsty.
You remember Club COVID? You remember Club COVID?
COVID?
Club COVID. Hey.
Oh, ile ya nani? That guy who was he was stopped. He used to get people to. Yeah, I remember it. I remember.
The one mwenye wangemwaga paka unga
Eh.
maziwa lala mwaga.
The task. You can see the
You
task.
can see the task on that, bro. Let me tell you, people were waiting on that shit. I remember your time kuna siku. Now when I heard about it, no, me I had it through Kamene. So with Kamene, and then there was like a podcast we were to do in the evening.
Who had started that thing? Was it Eric Kamene?
Anaitwa nani?
Yeah, somebody.
Man, jina hapo inashiriki.